Hey guys, welcome to Your Adventure Compass. As you may or may not remember from our last video, we just completed our golf cart tour at Top of the Rock in Branson, Missouri. And this video picks up right where that one left off. I didn't create an intro for this video because I had no idea how big this museum was going to be. So if you haven't seen the other video with the golf cart tour, go check it out. But right now, we're going to pick up right where we left off at the end of that tour. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out, and I'd greatly appreciate it.
Well, guys, the cave tour on the golf carts, oh my gosh, I was speechless so many times. It was incredible. But now we have something else we're going to do. We're going to hop on a little shuttle bus that's going to take us over to the museum. So this day is not over yet. Let's go check out the museum. All right, guys, we just got dropped off here at the museum, and I noticed this Indian sculpture on the horse. Very detailed, very cool looking sculpture. And now we are going to head inside the museum. As we enter into the museum, you can see right away there is a short-faced bear right here in this area. And then over on the other side right here is an American lion. And right here in the middle is a woolly mammoth. Check this out. Look how big this would have been. Incredibly huge. Over here is a little bit of detail about the woolly mammoth. Now, it doesn't say anything about this being a replica, so I can only assume that this is an actual woolly mammoth skeleton, which is just incredible. The tusks are huge. Look how far they come out on each side. It's massive. Just past the woolly mammoth is this glass area that looks down into the other parts of the museum. So this is a multi-level museum. Also, I should point out that they are adding even more stuff here. Check this out. It looks like they're going to add some new pathways. So possibly an additional golf cart tour back here eventually. This is pretty amazing. It's just incredible. They've got some excavators out here doing some different things. It looks like they put in some pathways. So we may see another one of these in the next 10, 15 years. Also over here is this cannon. And I noticed this emblem here on the cannon. It says Stern Cannons, Ashland, Kentucky. So this may be either a replica or a refurbished or renewed cannon of sorts. All right, guys, we are heading down into the museum on the stairs here. And we've got some guitars. They've been signed. This one's John Anderson and Dale Earnhardt. This big sign says, "Welcome to the Ancient Ozarks Natural History Museum and Heritage Preserve."
Okay.
Cherokee were here, the Osage were here. We saw that
and looks like this guy, the one on the maybe the right, this is John A. and this is Johnny Morris. This Johnny Morris. He is the one who is responsible for this area.
Indians.
We're in this half. Over in this area, we have a lot of Native American, Indian items and things. Some coins and different things here. Over here, some actual arrowheads. Check those out. Pretty impressive.
And over here, check this out, guys. This is a Missouri giant ground sloth. This is a prehistoric creature. These don't exist anymore. But at one point in time, this roamed the earth, and they have one of the skeletons right here. There's a little information about the ground sloth. Kind of like a giant polar bear. And over here, this room is filled with arrowheads of all types, shapes, and sizes. Wow, look at these. Tons and tons. Whole display cabinet here. And look at this one. This entire room is filled with arrowheads. Probably different shapes for different types of activities. Maybe one for chopping, one for hunting, one for cutting. All kinds of them over here. Right over here, they have a diorama of Indians in a cave. It's kind of neat. Guys, look at the size of these arrowheads. There's a lot of different shapes here. And these are gigantic. These are maybe for smashing or breaking things. Who knows? Those are big. Over here, there's a bunch more. These look like almost like sledgehammer type sized rocks that were turned into tools at one point in time. And right here they have a theater. Talks about the area and wildlife and preservation.
The curious. This is your playground, your classroom, your own piece of the Ozarks to discover, explore, and enjoy. Dogwood Canyon Nature Park is all about conservation, preservation, education, and having fun.
Over here is some pottery from different areas. This was from an excavating area. It was found in 1952. And over here, this one dates back to somewhere between 1500 and 1750 AD. Wow, that's incredible. On the other side, still more of those giant carved stones. Can't really call them arrowheads when they're this big, can you? I don't know. And over here we have some more Native American pottery. And this particular outfit here dates back to somewhere between 1850 and 1860. This woodland drum says between 1850 and 1875. Another bear skeleton over here. This is a short-faced bear. And over here, something called the hell pig. And assuming that is what's over here. Check this out, guys. It looks like a giant boar. Wow, look at the size of that thing. It's huge. It's almost the size of a full-grown elephant. Looks like it's being chased by a hyena or something. I'm not sure what that is either. Oh, it's actually a bear dog. I've never heard of that. And right here is some information about that as well.
All right, guys, I switched my mic over to the wireless because it has noise reduction and it's getting a bit noisy. There's a lot of people in the museum. But check this out. This is a terror bird. I think anybody who saw this thing would be terrified. It looks like it took down a horse here. And here's why, guys. This is a terror bird here. I would probably scream with terror too if I saw this. It's probably the size of a horse. It's incredibly big. And yes, here we were talking about the horse as well. Over in here we have some bears. Let's see, I think these are the, it doesn't say, maybe on the other side. I think these are the short-faced bears, I'm not positive. Or maybe just a black bear. If you guys notice, this is what it would look like out here in the natural habitat of Missouri. And right across is a giant beaver. A little bit of information about the giant beaver right here. And right here he is. Pretty good size, bigger than most dogs, I would say. Pretty big. Over here we have some more Native American artifacts. I think these are mortars and pestles. This is what they would grind their food on, maybe take the corn and grind it down into a flour using these stones. Some outfits over on this side as well. Okay, so they apparently did not call it a mortar and pestle. They called it a matate, but it is pretty much the same concept. And check this out, guys. This is actually what's left, the remnants of a canoe. You can see at the end here the way that it is kind of dug out and pointed. And it is rotted. It's very old. They probably found this somewhere. It's in pretty bad shape, but also has the same pointed end down here. You can tell this was actually a carved out canoe out of a log. Down here we have some more tribal drums as well, and saddlebags. Some artwork up here. And then more items down here. There's a war shield. And I guess that would be a tomahawk, right? Various things as well. So it says Blackfeet man's war shirt. Okay, maybe used for going to war. And over here, the sign says French fur trader outfit. Take a look at this. The big old top hat, the long rifle, the coat. More artifacts down here, different items of clothing. And over here, dating back to 1910, this is what's known as a horse mask. They would put this on their horse. And this Indian headdress says that it belonged to Chief Little John Turkey Feather. Some more items down here, these carved out of bone. And over here we have a skeleton. It says it's of a dire wolf. A couple of sculptures here. This is Crow King 2005. And on the other side, 2 ravens. This is Kiowa breastplate. This was something they would wear. And over here, some different bags that they might have used. Over here, some various jewelry and different things carved out of shells that were brought from a different area. And guys, this entire room is filled with ancient pottery of all kinds, shapes and sizes. Got smaller pieces over here. Some of these say like 1000 to 1400 AD. And if you look, they have faces on these. It's kind of creepy, huh? Maybe they were urns. And then over here, some larger pieces. As well as some of these down here. And check this out, guys, some instruments over here. We have a drum of sorts up here. And then down here, some various flutes that might have been used to make that music you might be hearing in the background there. They've got some Native American music playing. There's a little bit more over here as well. And over here we have another carved out canoe. This one a little bit better shape, not as rotted. You can actually touch this one. It may have been coated with like a something to help preserve it, but does not look like it's as rotted as the other one. And earlier we were looking down from this window, and in case you wanted to see what was down below, this is it. It's an area where they've got some wolves. All set up with some logs and rocks. This area has tons of different outfits. Another horse mask there. Looks like a saddle maybe here. Some different outfits down here with these arrowheads or these shells. I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's elk teeth. Dress adorned with elk teeth. Interesting. And more saddles. Down here, some various dolls. All kinds of dolls, actually. And children's shoes, or as they call them, moccasins. Over in this room, more clothing. And check this out, guys. Little baby carrier up here. They call them cradle boards. And that's what they used to look like right there when they were in use. Check out these headdresses. Pretty amazing. Lots of different tribal outfits in this room. There are several parts to this museum, and this is just the Native American area. It's quite huge and very extensive, and I think I've only shown you guys a small portion of what we've seen so far. There are many duplicates and many repeat items that I kind of skipped over. Over here are some different items with some baskets and moccasin boots. I don't know what you'd call those, I'm assuming. Some decorative belts and jewelry. Bigger drums over here. There's a saddle. And it seems like we're getting later into the time period. This is the late 1800s here. I'm seeing some rifles. Of course, they have adorned them with different beads and whatnot. Bows and arrows. Down here, a closer look at some of the arrows they would have used. And over here, this steer and covered wagon showing how things used to be. They have a map here called the Trail of Tears. It talks about the forced relocation during the 1830s of the Eastern Woodlands Indians of the southeast region of the United States to Indian Territory west of the Mississippi. You can see that on the map. Over here, this covered wagon is actually the chuck wagon. This is where you would eat. It would make food. It kind of reminds me of how we're camping in a pop-up and making food on a table. Very similar to that. Outside, of course, we have a gas grill. We're not using the campfire, but still the same concept, right? Just a little easier. And over here, let's see who this guy is. This is Doc Holliday, actually. It says Tombstone Doc Holliday movie costume. I'm looking at this sign down here, so I don't know for sure. Taking a closer look, I think that kind of does look like, wasn't it Val Kilmer that played Doc Holliday in the movie? Tell you what, you guys scan this QR code and you can find out for sure. Over here are some artifacts from the Battle of Wounded Knee. You can see the teepees in the background and the cannons, the soldiers. Over here in this cabinet is General Custer's actual writing table. This would have been a table that he used to write things. It's kind of impressive. Over here we have some cannons. And check this out, guys. There's a Gatling gun. That's pretty cool. It's a different Gatling gun here as well. Then over here, these are different hide coats. They've been used during the colder months. And some more outfits over here. These right here were actually used in a Wild West show. There's a poster from the show in the background that says Tompkins Real Wild West. And over here, these are Buffalo Bills spurs. That's pretty cool right there. This Winchester gun right here also belonged to Buffalo Bill. These cabinets here all filled with a collection of various guns and spurs. Look at this amazingly detailed saddle. Very cool. Got a really ornate saddle over here. And check this out, guys. This is an outfit from Roy Rogers. See if we can get a little closer here. Show you guys up close. Look at the detail on that. Pretty impressive. And check out those boots. Those are pretty cool. And of course, got to have the belt buckle as well. This particular corridor is filled with tons of artwork and various sculptures, all based on Native American Indians and cowboys as well. Cowboys and Indians. And over here, this says the world's most famous cowboy hat. And there's a reason for it. It's not anybody in specific's hat. If you look at the hat, it has all kinds of autographs all over it. And this was signed by all the various Western actors and even stuntmen. It says Stetson hat with Roy Rogers style crease, autographs of motion picture cowboys and 2 stuntmen, including Gene Autry, Roy Rogers, Monty Hale, Lash LaRue, Sunset Carson, Charles Starrett, and front and center, John Wayne. Roy signed it, Trails of Happiness. This wall here is filled with all the Western actors, various photos and autographs of all of them. And there's so many here, I'm not going to go through each one, but if you want to pause, and feel free to do so. Guys, this is pretty impressive. This is Abraham Lincoln's Empire Desk, and it was used by Lincoln. Check that out. Pretty amazing. They've also got some other things in here. This is kind of like the Lincoln room. These might have been some different medals. I'm not sure what these are about. Could have been after he died. I'm not sure. I know I believe there was some things made when he ran for president, and also some commemorative items made after he died. Now this hat is not Abraham Lincoln's, but it's just showing you the popularized style that he wore. And there's a couple more things over here as well. Check out this room. All these cannons. This is incredible. There are a ton of cannons in here. There's small ones, there's big ones. Check out these giant ones in the middle. They're absolutely massive. And check this out. There's a tree here that's got a cannonball lodged in it. We would not want to get hit by that. Here's an example of a encampment. Got a cannon there, and here would be the campsite. Pretty incredible. Over here, some more cannons. That one right there, that cannonball, is ridiculously huge. That's easily 3 times bigger than my head. Just take a look at these here. They are behind glass, but just to give you guys an idea. This one here is about the size of a bowling ball. So that tells you that other one's much bigger. And there's these back here as well. Over here, we have some various rifles. And also some pistols. And it looks like we have entered the area where they have all of the guns. These are all various revolvers. Different types, different sizes, different calibers. Over here, there's a cannon from 1861. You have some Civil War outfits over here, maybe. Or just Confederate. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, this is from the Civil War. Check these out here. Down here, a mini Gatling gun. Oh wow, check this out. Painted Eagle infantry drum. I don't know if you guys can see that with my reflection. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. There's another one up here as well. Those are so cool. This is kind of interesting. Here's Abraham Lincoln's funeral flag. This is flown in Washington, D.C. This 36-star Great Star Grand Luminary flag was flown vertically down to express mourning. It is very possible that this flag was draped over his casket while at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda on April 20th and 21st. This style of flag was also flown on Lincoln's funeral train currently. The National Museum of American History possesses one of the 2 Lincoln funeral train flags. The location of the second flag is unknown. But here's what's interesting, guys. Look at this flag. It was flown in this position. Kind of odd that it's got the stars in a pentagram shape facing downward. But this is one of the actual flags. You can see it's very torn and tattered, and it's seen its abuse for sure. If you want to see a little bit more about that, feel free to scan that code. And right here, guys, this is actually a little clipping of George Washington's hair. And it says it was clipped by the undertaker and given to dignitaries when Washington's coffin was opened. This lock was presented to Congressman Job Roberts Tyson and descended through his family to the 1928 owners, Carolyn Tyson Drayton and Mary Stewart Tyson. Interesting. If you want to learn more about that, here's a QR code for that as well. Over here, more cannons. And some more over here. And down here, there's a wall filled with various medals. And our final exit area is here, where there is this piece that was written. It says, "The earth is precious," by Chief Seattle. This was presented to the graduating class, University of Missouri School of Natural Resources, from commencement speaker John L. Morris in 1995. And John Morris is the one responsible for this area, the cave and history and beautiful tour that we took on the golf cart, and this amazing museum. And this here is Chief Seattle. So there's also a gift shop right around the corner, and looks like they've got all kinds of different things in here. I don't know if there's anything specific for this location, but pretty big gift shop. I would assume there's some stuff in here. Lots of different country apparel and Western wear, things like that. Obviously, cowboy boots right here. And some various shirts and hats. So here we go. They do have some t-shirts that say Top of the Rock, Ozarks Heritage stuff here. And they are $29 for a t-shirt. There's also some sweatshirts. And it looks like they have stickers. I think, yeah, these are stickers. They have quite a few of these as well. All right, guys. Well, just outside the museum, there are several restaurants. This one is the most amazing, though, because of where it's located. They have outdoor seating. There's a shaded area right here, which isn't too bad. But my gosh, guys, wait till you see the incredible patio they have. And guys, check out this incredible view. You can dine here on this patio. There's an infinity pool right in front of it. And the view, oh my gosh, it is incredible. Look at that view. I've never seen anything so amazing. Right next to the dining area is a church, and they do host weddings here from time to time. And just to the other side of that is the golf course. And these guys are also working down here. They're creating even more amazing stuff to check out. Unbelievable, all the stuff that they've done here. This is just an amazing place. But this view, my gosh, I can't get over this. It's incredible. Well, guys, the golf cart cave tour was incredible. Top of the rock, awesome. The museum, my gosh, we didn't have enough time to go through and see every single thing. It's so massive, but what a great museum. So much to see here, and the views are just incredible. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to click on that compass so you can see more content just like this. And remember, sometimes adventure is a little further away.